Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to day 4. Sanbonani Dumelang Maneru. Welcome everybody. This is day 4 of the African Heritage Language Challenge, brought to you by Herrera Language School and myself, Matsubani Sokhwale. This challenge is brought on by just a sense of just giving back to our community who've been quite faithful to us as customers, as friends, as event members, etc. And we wanted to be able to do this challenge for those of you who are new, to share tips around language learning, tips around myths, and most importantly, to planning for the upcoming holidays. And that's precisely why we did it now. Many of us are going to be taking a break, and this is a good time to be able to get in a lot more language. It's a good time for those of us who are here for our children to be able to put in time to talk to our children a lot more in the heritage language that you are working on improving. In the last 4 days, we've discussed a variety of things. Day 1, we talked about goal setting, and I hope you keep reviewing those goals. We also talked about looking at setting aside a minimum set time in a day where you want to do your practice. For some of us it's 15 minutes, some of us it may be 2 hours. It depends on each of our positions. Day 2, we talked about the myths of, that was day 3. Day 2, we talked about receptive bilinguals. And receptive bilinguals, it basically is your children speak, but hear, but they don't speak back in the language that you're working on. And yesterday we talked about myths. That was an interesting one because it was good to get the feedback that you gave, one of which, and it's not one that I raised yesterday, but came in from one of the people who are here on the challenge, saying that the one myth, or is it a myth or is it true? Because I didn't say it, around the fact that there is a theory that says that language learning delays speech. Language learning, all sorts of research has been done to say that it does not delay speech. However, if your child does have a speech issue, attend to it early. It's important to attend to these type of things early, and so that you can be able to progress. So yes, that's one of the ones that came in. Just check some of the others. Some repeated the fact that they do believe that there is a language gene. Let's talk about it. Do you think there's a language gene? Maybe there is, that I'm not aware of. I'm sharing my knowledge, I'm sharing my experiences. There are many things that I learn. I always say that I live for every day to be able to learn something new. Today we're talking about support. Support is very, very important when you're looking at language learning. Oh, and before I forget, anybody who wants to join, please go to our website, herrera.africa, and register there. Support, as I was saying, is an important aspect in looking at your language journey. It takes a village, as they always say. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to be able to be supported and to live in these interesting times. The 2020, it's a reminder that we're not meant to be islands, that we are sociable animals as people. So in the language journey, I think that's actually quite important. And I think the first support team is family. Yourselves as a nuclear family unit. It's also other family members. Who are the family members that you trust? Who are the family members that provide support in this language journey? One example around this, which I thoroughly enjoy, with some siblings that I teach. Their grandmother is actually an observer in the lessons, and her role, as I've learned, is that she then is the one who is consistent around practicing. if you know that your situation is such that you're not going to be able to get the time to do that, to get in that daily practice, look at the grandmother, the grandfather, the uncle, the aunt, the brother, the sister, other people around you who can be able to look at this. Some of us are not fortunate enough to be able to have family that live close by, of course. So those of us who have the luxury of having family who have access to these wonderful tools that are coming to you through of social media, it's good to be able to do that. Scheduling the calls, the Zoom calls with them to chat about in the target language. Visiting when it's safe to, in these times, visiting family, and particularly where it's possible to be able to spend some, if not all the time, in the target language. That can be extremely useful. One thing that I would just say as a caution, just experience from someone close to me who had this experience, that he felt he was laughed at, and he just decided that, like, the fact that my accent is being laughed at, although I'm saying absolutely everything, that's it, I'm done with this language. And there are a number of other people who fall into that trap, and we need to be able to support each other. I think that's a plea just out there in the community, just around how do we support each other in this journey. Some people also consciously look for domestic workers who, or have domestic workers who speak the language that they want to get their children to be able to learn. Using your domestic workers as coaches is actually quite an important aspect, where you do share the language, of course, because not all of us do share the same languages as the people who work for us. And it's similar to the grandmother. There are many different tools that can be brought in to be able to assist you with looking at how to assist. As an example, flashcards, an opportunity that when you're discussing particular topics, you can take out flashcards to be able to share and discuss a particular topic. There are some games out there that maybe you can be able to use. We'll be sharing some games on Sunday. I'm quite excited to be able to get your feedback around how those work for you, and how you enjoyed, as if you are here as a parent, how you enjoyed as the learner, the adults who are here for themselves, for their children, or to learn with their children. So yes, family, friends is also important. And also importantly, it's also good to be able to talk to people about what do you do? What is your success trail of making sure that you get your child to speak? Examples of some strategies that some people decide on is that one parent will only speak this particular language to this child, and the other parent would speak a different language. As for example, if you both speak, if you can have one parent speaking, let's say, for instance, Sesotho, and the other parent speaking English to the children. If that works for you, that's great. You often also hear people saying that there's an insistence around things. One strategy I love and we work on in our family is dinner time, is the time to also then have as practice. Getting your children when they're of writing age to write down sentences, those work. And of course, places like ourselves, language schools, it's an important aspect to be able to say, how do we help you in this journey? We are here to help you in this journey. How do we help you? We help you with individual lessons, we help with group lessons, we help with lessons in schools. We help adults and children. Our focus is mainly on heritage learners, and our focus is on African languages and just the maintenance of African languages. Currently, we have isiZulu, Sesotho, Setswana, isiXhosa, and Shona as the languages that we offer. We are expanding on more languages on demand, as I think I may have mentioned in one of the previous videos. Look at that. Look at the opportunity of that. Some of our customers also take advantage of an additional package of I'll call it coaching support, where these tools that I've just iterated around the use and engaging with, say, a grandmother or a domestic worker as part of your network of people who are assisting you as an individual, or you as a family, or you as for your children, to work on languages. So those are things that would be very happy to assist you on. Today, in your workbook, we're just asking very simple questions too. Do you have a network of people that you think can assist you in this journey, or who already are assisting you in this journey? And the second one is, what do you need to do to expand that? So again, share and with us comments, direct messages, emails, WhatsApps, and in terms of how it's going for you. Thank you for all of you who've been giving feedback, and thank you for the improvement points. I really welcome that. It's because this is it's always good to learn, as I said. So yes, if you are on our Facebook group, go in and share it there. If you're looking at this from different places, it's not too late to join. We are at rera.africa. You'll find the registration form on there. Have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow.